what better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. He's brought down just inside the 25. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
24.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, easy, route.
Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd down, they need 7.
Hey, line. 13 loop. That's on. Go. Let's go. Here we go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
At the 48-yard line.
Red.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Headed out right. He's got Smith again. He's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, with some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Hey, run. Here we go.
1st down throw, Lawrence. He beams one deep right side. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And the Bears are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And that effort yields him about 3 yards there. 2nd down. Offense in the hurry up here.
21-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
To throw, Williams. He's taken in by Roman Tunze. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
It's his running back. Down the sideline inside the 40. And finally stopped at the 34. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. He's pushed straight ahead. That's maybe a yard at most. Good play made by Will Johnson.
A gain of a yard.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. To the left and hauled in by Odunze. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Offense up to the line fast.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
goes with a quick pass out wide. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Working quickly here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Wright running out of the gun. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bears have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves they can stop it.
Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Benson once more. No one's around him. He's got space. Past the 35. Trey Benson! It's an Arizona touchdown! The Cardinals reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Trey Benson, the touchdown!
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen. And they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Cardinals tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Offensive line fast.
At the 42-yard line, a 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Williams from the gun. Has him on a quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Looking quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 47.
1st down, Williams. Hits him on the in route. He's got it in the red zone. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears break the tie here in the 1st. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They have 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Was w18 Smith the intended receiver? And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
They give on 2nd to Benson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Bears in the nickel, 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. So that brings up 4th and long.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. They're going for this. Gets everything he has under this one. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Trying for the touchdown. And he's got it. It's in close. And he's going to be touchdown at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears take a 13-point lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. If you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
Hey, lock. Here we go.
They'll toss it here to Benson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who are going to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Lawrence working from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. w18 Smith, the intended target. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. Out of the gun, Lawrence. This is a heater going deep. Big gain downfield. And he has this down to the 34. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
I tried to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were.
Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to have about 2. It's 2nd down now. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They give it to him again. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain run, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Williams on 1st down. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 13-point lead. It's a Roll the Dudes, a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Bears kicking team all ready to go, but they kick this one away. Returnable from the 1. And this drive will start inside the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so, with a double-digit deficit.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut-and-dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
So the grounding backs him up and wipes away second down. A very tough third down play here. Third and long for him here. He puts some juice on a deep throw. He's got it deep downfield. Hits the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals make it a one-score game before halftime. Trey Benson, the touchdown. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments? I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a shot.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Offense in the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Working from the gun, Williams.
The 26-yard line.
And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off in that game.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. You need someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Williams to throw on first. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Cardinals take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Here's Lawrence to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Bears will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Sets up a first down and goal at the 9-yard line.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Throwing out to the left. Cup. And he drives this forward to the 6. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and goal, it's Williams. That one connects. They call this a 4-yard pickup, so now the question becomes, Brock, will they go for this or will they punt? Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick.
Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rockin' side to the beat. They snapping, ain't fake tricks, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves.
Leaving the offense out there, it's 4th and goal from the 1.
What is it hurt? I got you.
Again, it's Williams. They'll set up the screen. Here's a Dunte. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Roma Dunte touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Bears double their lead to 14. See if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Fields this one at the 3. Good work so far. He's got room. He's out of bounds on that return, Brock, as that takes us into the break. Kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. Completed over the middle. He's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Bears. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Running it now out of the gun. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 8 brings up 2nd down at the 42-yard line.
Now here's Williams. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, Man, is it difficult on the defense.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. They run it from the gun with Wright. And good for about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
Number 5, 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Williams from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's target you trust.
It's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
First down throw by Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
They'll run it from the gun. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards in the end, Brock. It's third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
We'll have the first down and even more. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more.
The kicker on for the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. The Bears stretch their lead to 21.
Bears 42, Cardinals 21.
Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. First and 10 coming up. They'll begin this drive with Benson. He stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1.
That run may not have gotten to a first, but sure nice of a run to set the table.
Second and a yard.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Look at that power, deep left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
I don't mind that play action shot at all, Kate, especially in this circumstance. The only problem is I think that defensive coordinator was thinking the way the offensive coordinator was, as they defended that pretty darn well.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Trying to run for it with Benson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
On the move, headed right. Into the hands of Harrison. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals start the second half with some needed points. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Offense and Lawrence getting ready for this two-point try. The Bears decide to call their first timeout, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Defense had a chance to plan, now defending this two-point try.
The Cardinals will
Once he's going to try and throw. And he'll get in, and they'll get a little closer as a result. The lead down to 13 now.
Bears 42, Cardinals 29. Cade York to kick off.
Now he's York to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
Return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Here's Williams. He finds Johnston. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, the explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down, Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Cade, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Third down, here's Williams. And he'll score a touchdown, Chicago. The Bears lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's a Roman Dudes, a touchdown. His third through the air this game.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Williams has his guys set, looking to tack on two to that touchdown.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
Oh, and he's got a man open, complete. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. Well, it may be stating the obvious, partner. I do that sometimes often, but tight ends, such a mismatch this close in. And no surprise, they win his way for that two-point conversion.
Yeah, it's one of those guys' security blanket. Whether he's designed read or not, this quarterback knows that tight end's a great outlet. Why? Because often they're bigger and they're stronger. Even if they're double teamed, there's still that chance to get that entry pass, like a great post in basketball, and they know how to finish.
He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Let's go.
Lawrence working from the gun. Force that to his right. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
If this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23. They'll run with Benson. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Jalen Johnson with the stop. only one quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Cardinals have it, one quarter to play in what's been a rough outing for them. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Chased out to his right. Moving right, airs it out. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Taylor Johnson with the pick.
Hey, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win, and you feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, yeah, interceptions follow.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Goes to the hurry up here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
2nd down, looking for options. He brings it in. At the 20. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears put up even more points in a win. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. He's got a lane up past the 30. And that's where they'll begin the drive following his efforts.
They're on the 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Lawrence now off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Buying some time right. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
On play action now, Lawrence. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals putting up points in a game decided. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. You're good on the point after. And the Cardinals cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Cardinals 36.
Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And it looks like the Bears are able to recover that kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Bob.
Yeah, that's all they have to. move. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
The running back gets it on the draw. Nearly starts the drive with the first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Hey, volunteer, volunteer, volunteer.
Back-to-back carries here. He's finally caught, and he lost the football.
That looked like a last-gasp effort to deny them a touchdown. He came with one final wild swing at the ball, and he connects. They get off the field with the touchback, but they're celebrating like they dove on it themselves.
Lawrence with it on first. And they kick him off again.
Lawrence's pass. The Bears take over first and
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Williams to throw on first. There's that man again, Adunze. He's going to be hauled down to the 2. That sets up first and goal.
That is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Hand off now from the gun. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears keep adding that fourth-quarter lead.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears continue piling onto this lead. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's out a little short of the 30.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's looking deep once again. They connect on the deep shot. He will get this inside the 30.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
On the red.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Buys time, rolling right. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals making the scoreboard look a touch better. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And it looks like the Bears are able to recover that kick. And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10.
Vegas!
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness.
He's got it inside the 25. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. Their work doubly as difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. They're going to pass it here. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Has his man caught by Odunze. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. An excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
He's got it near the 8. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
The screen pass falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They give it to him up the middle. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with a loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears put up even 4 points in a win. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears grow their lead yet again.
71, Cardinals 43.
The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Upping the pace here as the clock continues to run.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
After play action, it's Lawrence.
29-yard line.
He rolls to his right. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is fourth down.
Lisa 24.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Trying to push deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They dial up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on down.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
On first down, they'll run. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Second and 3 now.
Vegas! What is it on? Here we go. Yes. Tempo.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Bears keep running away with this. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Williams and the Bears getting set to try for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
Bears 77, Cardinals 43.
Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he takes the return out of bounds.
At their own 32-yard line.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Hey, let's go. Hey, tomato. Right. Go, let's go. Here we go.
On first and 10, here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. Rolling left, buying some time. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
Go. Hey, Soko, hot.
One final shot here. Harrison secures this left side. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. So the Bears come away with a win. Well, we talked about it throughout this contest, Brock. They were already into the playoffs when this one kicked off, but now they're going in with a little extra momentum.
Yeah, momentum, confidence, belief, whatever you want to throw into kind of that recipe. But bottom line, you want to be playing your best football when it matters the most, and they did today.
So for Brock Eward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners, as we say so long from Chicago.